All right, good evening to you from the Storm Alert Weather Center. It's been a while since we've been with you with weather information coming in this evening and throughout the day, most of the day. Very busy place here, uh, talking about the severe weather threat later on this evening and the threat for severe storms and possible tornadoes tomorrow across a large part of Kentucky. With that being said, we are now saying a severe weather alert day tomorrow across Kentucky. Uh, Much of the area in enhanced risk of severe weather, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But first, we want to remind everyone to please hit the like and share buttons, as this is probably one of the higher end severe weather events that we've had for some time, and we've in been telling you about it for about 5 days. We've been following it and seeing the models and the situations that uh, didn't look the best. And there's a couple of days we thought things may not get to this level, but the Storms Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma has indicated that we could have severe weather tomorrow, and could be a a rough day across parts of Kentucky. With that being said, remind everybody for the severe weather coverage, hit the share and the like buttons on your Facebook on this video, and that way we'll get the word out about what is going on, what we can expect to see uh, as we make our way in through the nighttime hours and the daytime tomorrow. Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma has indicated that storms are likely, very likely across the area, an enhanced risk that stretches all the way from parts of western Kentucky around the Hopkinsville area over and east of Interstate 75, which would cover a vast part of the state. This is part of the Storm Prediction Center's outlook. And again, the highlighted areas would indicate Russell and surrounding counties. Now that's our primary coverage area, and the Storm Prediction Center has indicated all of our region to be under an enhanced risk, meaning that severe storms and the possibility of tornadoes are very likely uh, tomorrow. A lot of discussion today about the risk of tornadoes. The Storm Prediction Center says about a 15% chance of a spin up tornado is possible within that area. Uh, the tornado threat is relatively low this evening as we see storms developing later on tonight. Now, this is the outlook for tomorrow, and it shows the area that would be in a 15% chance of tornadoes tomorrow across the area. The other threat that we have to look, I don't know if you'd say look forward to, but to watch out for is the possibility of hail. This is, again, the outlook for tomorrow, 5% chance of severe hail tomorrow with the storms as they move through. The hail chances also are in effect for tonight, and we'll tell you more about that uh, just a little bit later. About a 5% chance of hail tomorrow across the outlook area. The next thing is probably the most concerning, and that would be the risk of damaging wind. Storm Prediction Center says a 30% chance of damaging wind across the area. And even though it may not seem like a great number, like 80, 90, 100%, 30% chance this far out, uh, it really stands for something. Tomorrow will definitely be, again, uh, what we are saying is a severe weather alert day tomorrow. And things are going to get interesting. And that's why that we're trying to get the word out that everyone needs to be weather alert, weather prepared, and be alert to changing weather conditions as we go through the day tomorrow. A lot of questions about the timelines and what do we expect to happen. This is from the National Weather Service in Louisville. They have indicated some of the timing for the storms tonight. Anywhere between 11 o'clock and 7 in the morning. That would be for areas around south central Kentucky. That would include Russell Adair, Greene, Taylor, Casey. Isolated damaging winds and hail are the primary threats with these storms. We should be able to sleep through maybe a little bit of time. Some of the future radars has some showers and isolated thunderstorms moving in shortly after midnight and right on in through the pre-dawn hours tomorrow. So this is the timing for this evening. Again, damaging winds, hail, and through the conference call this afternoon, they've even indicated that these torrential rains and training thunderstorms could bring some flooding. That's not a big issue, but nonetheless, they mentioned that that is a possibility that we could have flooding in low-lying areas and especially places around the Cumberland River. So this is the timing for the storms for tonight, anywhere between 11 o'clock and 8 in the morning. That would be for a large part of Kentucky. Again, we cover Russell and surroundings, so you're looking at anywhere between 11 and 7 in the morning as the storms make their way through the area. Now, the main concern that we have is the storms that are expected to move through tomorrow. Damaging wind, hail, and the threat of tornadoes are also possible tomorrow. Coverage time somewhere after 1 o'clock tomorrow. Anywhere between noon and 1 tomorrow for the threat of severe thunderstorm, damaging winds, hail, and isolated tornadoes. One of the things that we're watching after the transition from the overnight hours, the storms that move through after midnight, we're concerned the fact that between those two weather events, those two waves of storms, if we were to get substantial breaks in the clouds, if we were to have sunshine between the early storms, the heating of the day, and then the transition into that second wave of storms, that would up the risk of severe weather and include the likelihood of tornadoes across the region. A very serious situation to think about. We don't want to instill fear, but at the same time, we need to get the word out that we are facing probably one of the higher end severe weather events that we've had in some time. As far as it being December 10th and 11th of 2021, a major tornado outbreak, I don't see the parameters being quite that much. It's going to be mainly a severe wind event. We could have a few tornadoes across the region, but the main concern and threat would be uh, the development of very strong damaging winds, and that's already been outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. Ways to receive warnings include your NOAA weather radio, your wireless emergency alert system on your phone, internet sites such as weather.gov and the stormalertcenter.com, local TV and radio, and I would hate to rely on family and friends, but if you're their outreach and you're their source, then you can use those people as I aid in getting information. Mobile device could save your life. You can follow text messaging services and social media for the latest weather information. And also the popular tornado alert device, the world's most accurate home severe weather alarm, uh, gives you warning 30 minutes up to 30 miles away. If there is a severe thunderstorm or tornado, you'll know about it. 95% accuracy for severe weather. The tornado alert device, another way of getting important information. Where do you go in a tornado? Definitely not the top part of your home. A lot of people do not have ample shelters, and a lot of people have nothing at all. More so, like if you live in a mobile home, everything, those should be abandoned. If you're in a tornado warning event, even some of the stronger severe thunderstorms, they're not gonna fare well with the tornadoes and really bad thunderstorms. You need to get out of a mobile home and go to a safe place. When do you go? Before the storm hits, and that is very, very important that you abandon mobile homes. Don't try to outrun a tornado in a car, and be proactive and be ready in the event that a storm or a tornado comes through. The areas inside of a home, if you don't have a basement, would include interior closet, bathroom, any room without windows. Cover your head with something sturdy and remain there until the storm has passed. Or if you have a basement, of course, naturally that is the best place to go if you can make it there. And it's all about going ahead of the storm and knowing what to do when that storm hits. Also, I don't have a graphic for this, but you should have uh, maybe a bike helmet, something sturdy that you could put over your head, as well as sturdy shoes. In the event that you have a tornado hit your home and there's debris everywhere, then you'll need sturdy shoes and possibly a helmet. And a bike helmet is sufficient. I have a couple of them in the event that I suffer damage here. Let's go over a couple of things real quick. Again, we have a severe weather alert day tomorrow across the state, and we'll be updating everything early in the morning. Like and share this video to get the word out that we are bringing weather information to you. Storm Prediction Center says a very likely chance of severe weather across a large part of Kentucky. In fact, most of the state under either a slight or an enhanced risk of severe weather. That does include uh, the Lake Cumberland Green River region. Tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon rather, about a 15% chance of tornado development. Not a great chance, but nonetheless it is on the table. Tomorrow, 5% chance of hail across the area, and we're not going to focus a lot on that, but we do have a 5% chance of hail across much of the state. The big thing is 30% chance of damaging wind, and if we can get a spin up, get some rotating thunderstorms, we could have a tornado or two across the region. And this is, again, something very concerning that we should take serious as we go into the day tomorrow. Do have storm chances tonight after midnight. This area coming up from Tennessee, anywhere between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning, 7 a.m. in the morning. It's on the Eastern time. This is from the National Weather Service. Isolated damaging winds and hail are possible with these storms as they move through. Again, that is the storms for tonight. Tomorrow, anywhere between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m., 4 p.m. tomorrow for areas around Bowling Green and western Kentucky. As we get closer to home, between 1 and 8 p.m., that would be the timing for the storms tomorrow, anywhere between noon, 7, and 8 o'clock tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to go on my Facebook on my phone and see if we have any type of comments or questions that have been coming in this evening. It's kind of hard to make out some of those on the Facebook page. And we had 7 comments. See, 13. All right, let's see. Somerset. Yeah, Somerset's in this concern area. Mansfield's checking in. Russell County 911 is watching. And we have several people that have commented so far this evening. Not a whole lot of things that we can talk about, but the fact that we have a severe weather threat tomorrow, a severe weather threat late tonight into possibly the pre-dawn hours. Everything's on the table. Hail, heavy rainfall, possibility of flooding, damaging thunderstorm winds, and everything's out there. So we want to remind everyone to stay with the Storm Alert Weather Center. And we do have one interesting thing, kind of a good news, something that we can interact with the people a little bit more. We've been asked to join the Russell County Emergency Management, and we're going to be doing the Storm Spotters class, and I believe that's going to be on March the 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Russell County Courthouse. This is something that's been done for years. In fact, Joe Bradshaw and myself, back, I don't know what year it was, been a long time ago, we had the first Weather Spotters class that was ever held in Russell County. And then after that, we had the Weather Service come in. And now this year, we will be doing uh, the Storm Spotters class at the Russell County Courthouse. That's at 6 p.m. on a Thursday night. And also have some door prizes to give away as well. So everybody make plans to come out to that March the 23rd. That'll be at the Russell County Courthouse in Jamestown on the Square for the annual Storm Spotters class. This year sponsored by the Russell County Emergency Management, Michael Tojo Bray, and the Storm Alert Weather Center. So thank you all for joining us this evening for the weather outlook for tomorrow. I want to remind folks to be heads up as we go into the pre-dawn hours. Anytime after midnight, severe weather is likely. And then again, the threat exists tomorrow across the region as well. Thank you all for joining us from the Storm Alert Weather Center, your weather authority in South Central Kentucky. Thank you for listening.